Hello aspirants, I am Inkar Team from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 21st January current affairs. The topic taken from the Delhi edition. The topic is UGC's draft regulation. The topic comes under our GS2 issues relating to development and management, social sector services relating to health, education. The problem arises. Why in the news? The problem arises when the UGC begins to regulate an area which is not a part of a parent act, that namely the selection and the appointment of university vice chancellor. The draft regulation by the University Grant Commission, that is the UGC, actually they are selecting, appointing a vice chancellor of university. That is evolved a very big protest. That is a non-Bharatiya Janata Party headed state governments. The main objection against the regulation is that constitute a violation in the federal principle that enshrined in the Constitution of India. That is the state government concern. The University Grant Commission in India is periodically drafting a regulation, and also it will govern the higher education institution because they are the only authority to govern the higher education. But some of the details have raised the concern. First of all, the key changes in the selection process. That is actually the selection process of the vice chancellor as per the UGC. Actually, the chancellor or visitors can, it's a form, actually it's a 3-member search cum selection committee. Actually, the selection process regulate that requires an all India newspaper advertisement, and also the public notification is required, and also this committee which is include the nominee from the visitor chancellor, and also there is a UGC chairman and university of the apex body, and also there is a previous practice allowed that state government to form such communities and also leading a conflict with the governance. That is a main criteria, and also there is a many implementation, that is a non-implementation of the guidelines may result in the institution is being banned from the UGC schemes. The second thing is the new regulation aim to enhance the flexibility in faculty appointments. That is the individual, they can qualify faculty position based on their performance in the UGC national eligibility test, that is on degree with the degree disciplines, and also there is a subject of PhD degree, that is a take a precedence over undergraduate and postgraduate discipline for the faculty selection, and also there is a flexibility promises to multidisciplinary ecosystem in university, which is mainly aligning with the NEP 2020 goals, and also there is a relaxation of marks on certain categories like SC, ST, OBC, and also economically weaker section, and also with a particularly vulnerable section, and also there is a disabilities person also having some kind of relaxation in the marks, and also there is a teaching contribution in the Indian language will also recognize, enhancing, and also it will be inclusive in the academia. These are the main regulation for the government actually, and also there is a implication, there is a many implications, that is to empower the chancellor, and also to directly influence the vice chancellor appointments, and also it exacerbate the exciting conflict between the state government and the governors, and also there is a state cabinet that is previously recommended nominees, but the new draft allows governor to appoint their nominees, and also there is a encouragement of the standard approach in the higher education, and also there is a many potential benefit of this revised UGC. That is, first of all, it promotes innovation, and also it inclusivity in higher education through the flexible faculty qualification, and also it encourages the multidisciplinary approach. Actually, it encourages the diverse academic environments, and also it will be very much strengthening our academic standard by formulating selection process, and also it allows a greater recognition of the contribution made in the Indian language, potentially which will increase the quality of education, research output, and also it will be aligning with the national educational policies. First of all, what is the main concern regarding this? there is a violation in a federal structure. That is an issue. That education is in the falls under the concurrent list, that is entry 25 of list 3. That meaning both the central and state government have legislative power. Actually, it's in concurrent list, so state can make law and central can make law. But there is a critic argue that some UGC regulation attempt to centralize control over the university, and also it will be infringe upon the right of the state and regulate the education. The main concern is a excessive centralization, and also it will be definitely undermine the autonomy, and also the university established state laws which is potentially violating the principles of the cooperative federalism. That is the main issue. The second thing is infringement of the institutional autonomy. First of all, the issue is there is a regulation and impose the uniform norms for the appointment of faculty, that is the curriculum design, and also governance can compromise the autonomy of the universities, which is including central and state institutions. So it will affect the some constitutional concern, that is article 19(1) of G and 30 of the Indian Constitution, that provides there is a region concerning freedom of profession, and also there is a right of minority to establish the administrative education institution. This is the provision which is comes under the article 19. So this will excessively regulate the control which breach the protections, and also there is a delegated legislation, and also there is a legislative competence. That is, first of all, the issue is mainly UGC authority that comes under the 1956 Act, which empowers set standards for the higher education, which is a regulation that extend beyond the scope of the Act. And also there is a many constitutional concern. There is a draft regulation to impose the obligation of private or state-run university without exploit the legislative backing. This is the main concern. And also there is a due process of the fairness. That is, first of all, there is a regulation involving the punitive action against the institution. We can take any punitive action such as recognition that must adhere to principle of the natural justice, providing the fair hearings and also clear procedural safeguard. And also there is a constitutional concern, that is an arbitrary action may violate the article 14 of Indian Constitution, that is right to equality, and also it will violate the article 21, that is the right to life and personal liberty of the people. So this is the main concern regarding the equality, and also there is a many controversial provisions there. That is imposing national interest test may conflict with the autonomy of the state universities, and also there is a mandatory participation in certain accreditation scheme may be viewed as overreach without legislative sanction. So this is the main concern regarding this kind of UGC draft bill. The UGC draft regulation must be balanced with respect of the constitutional principles, and especially the cooperative federalism is important criteria we need to understand, and we need to give the autonomy to state, and also we need to provide the institutional autonomy and the right of the minority institution. Judicial scrutiny may arise when this regulation exceed the statutory mandate or conflict with the constitutional provision. Thank you so much.